All right, so welcome back. Another week here on the No Clue Garage YouTube channel. It's a chilly day in the garage today. Not cold enough to fire up the wood stove, but it's a little chilly out here, but the sun's coming out. It's supposed to be pretty nice today. So I've got a beef stew sitting in the crock pot inside. It smells great inside the house too, so that would be for later. So we got to get chilly out here so we can go inside and warm up with that later. But I got to thinking during the week of what I was going to do for you guys for a video this week. Oh, hot coffee too. And sitting here scratching my head. So I watched a couple YouTube videos and I think I got a little project for us to do. Somebody blowing their horn out there. And sitting here looking around, went and looked for the proper tools. So today, we're going to work on that thing. That is the wife's 71 Super. Look at how this thing sits. I swear all I got to do is put a SpaceX sticker on the side and you think this thing was about to take off to Mars. This thing sets up so high in the front. I think today we're going to try to take care of that. Now, you bug people out there know that Super Beetles are a little bit different. But you guys saw me work on lowering the front end of my car. Mine's a standard Beetle. Uses the beam front end with the torsion springs that go through. Hers is a Super, first year of the Super, 71. If you know about the Supers, they don't use that style front end. They use a strut style front end with a coil spring. So this tool I had to find was a coil spring compressor. Don't ever try to take a strut apart without a spring compressor. You'll wind up in the ER probably missing a limb. So what we're going to have to do is take that strut assembly apart, and I'm just going to cut the springs. I've heard a lot of people say, yeah, you can, no, you can't. From what I've seen from looking up, that as long as you're not going to lower any more than like 2 inches, you're all right cutting the coil. If you're going to do any more than that, you'd better go ahead and get the lowering strut shock that goes in the strut. That way, if you hit a big bump or something, your spring won't fly out of the strut assembly. Something like that. I don't know. But we're just going to do, I don't know, 1.5 to 2 inch drop. I'm thinking 2 inch. But this thing just sits so high up in the air. So we're just going to go off the rear to the top of the fender. And I know with the fenders, it's not really a good judgment, but we are looking at 25 1/4. Now let's go up here to the spaceship end. Oh, wow. I got to get more tape measure out. We're 25 1/4 in the back. Front end, we are looking at 27 3/4. 27 5/8. Somewhere right in there. What did I say the back was? 25 1/4. So if we were to bring this front end down 2 inches, we would still be sitting up in the front a little bit. But I don't really want to go more than 2 inches. We'll see once we get it off of where it sits. But we can spare to go 2 inches down in the front. I think it's going to help the look of this thing a lot. Oh, so that's what we're going to do today. As far as the stink bug, I did a little bit of work on the stink bug yesterday. Put a new check valve on the compressor. That it's a one-way check valve, so when the compressor's running, it allows the pressure to go into the tank, but keeps the pressure from coming back and loading up the head of the compressor. The main reason I did it was the old one I have was leaking back, and it would allow the air to seep out, and it was leaking in the body. It was old, and it was leaking in the body. So I replaced that. It was like $11 for a Vier, I think is the brand, off of Amazon. So I changed it out. It seemed to help. The tank holds air. Let me pop the top here. The tank is still holding, and this is overnight. Gosh, we're still holding 75 psi of air. Before, it would drain the tank in about 2 hours. So I put the new check valve in here, and while I did it, you know, I didn't have all the right fittings, and I needed a cap. I didn't have a cap 1/4 inch, but I did have an air chuck valve. So with that, what I'm going to do is I've got one of these small Harbor Freight air hoses. I'm going to throw that in an air chuck in the front of the car. If I'm ever out and I need to air up a tire, hey, I've got about 100 psi of air. Again, like you guys heard me say over and over, that I need a different compressor. I've got to get 150 to 200 psi compressor to actually get more movement out of the car. But I think that check valve is going to help. But we're not going to really mess with any of that today. What are you doing, Ollie?
Going in circles.
Going in circles. Look at Dum Dum, the shop dog, getting his tags put back on because I guess he chewed them off. So, got the wife out here. Like I said before, that's her car. She's insisted on doing most of the work. So I'm going to walk her through what we got to do to take the struts off. And then I'll probably cut the springs for her. And then we'll get it put back in. So I'll explain some more about how much we're going to cut out of the springs once we get them off. I've been doing a lot of research online, and I think I come up with a pretty good formula, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. So in the time being, we're going to just clean up a little area in here and get this thing in here on the smooth concrete where it's nicer to roll around on and work and get it up in the air. All right. What'd you find? A blue screw. A blue screw. All right, so you ready to do this? All right, let's look down here and show you what we got to do. This whole assembly right here is the strut assembly. Coil spring, the shocks in the center. So what we got to do is, first off, we got to start by taking, we'll start down here. We'll take this clip out of the brake hose, so the brake hose isn't attached to this. And then we've got to take, I don't know if it'd be easier to take, there's 3 bolts. These 3 bolts down here that hold it on, and then there's 3 more up top here that hold it through the body, and then this whole assembly comes out. We've got to do that on both sides.
Oh.
So I guess we can start by taking the top off. Here's a 14 wrench. Here, let me get you another telling you guys, invest in these little magnetic trays from Harbor Freight. I tend to pick one up every 2 or 3 times that I go in there. Yeah, so we'll need to take that clip out of there. Squeeze. Okay. Is there an opening in the top? There is. So get that screwdriver that I just set down there. Yeah, go right there and try to pry out on it a bit. Got it. So those are little, they're like washers that go under the bolt heads, and then it's got locking tabs that stick up. That keeps the bolts from turning. Yeah, you just got to find some way to get under it, and then it'll just bend flat.
Okay.
And you need to turn your ratchet. No, just turn the little dial on the back. There you go. Yep. Oh, that's tight. Time to break out the half-inch drive stuff. Now, if I just didn't have a big old stupid light in my way and a steering link, how am I don't know. Your car has a locked steering wheel, but I'm turning the wheels after I already turned the key off. It's weird. Hammer. Bend that lock tab down a little bit more. That. Well, this job just turned into a 2-week job. That's the bolt that just broke in two. But I'm going to have to get this apart, take that off, and see if I can't drill and retap that. Your car's probably stuck here for a week.
Okay.
What's that saying, guys? Every 30-minute job is a broken bolt away from being a 2-week job. Oh, we might as well just go ahead and see if we can break this one off too. I'm going to try to take the sway bar loose on this end. Power tool's right here by my head, dummy. That's what I was afraid of. Let's see if we can't break another bolt. Can't get it any into it. It's not tight. It's just my weak tools. I need a new set of, I don't know, what's good out there? DeWalt, Milwaukee. All right. So now, why is this down here not separating? No, it's broke way down below the flange. Just got to hit it with your purse. I just had a thought. I'm going to go ahead and take the brake line out of the way. Because if I can get this all apart, this whole spindle should come off, and then that might make it easier to get that bolt out because it's still sitting on there. Now, these are fairly new, so they shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, just did those 8 months ago.
Okay. Okay. Let's take this and find some wires here. Oh, perfect spot for some wires. Okay. Well, we got that out of the way. So now, get this assembly apart from. Oh, why is that not? See, it's supposed to separate right there and come off. This is 3 pieces. That's your lower ball joint. This is your spindle, and this is your strut. And that should break loose right there. But dang it, it's not. Right there. That's trying to drive that bolt. Anything moving? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, keep doing that. Okay, that's loose. Pull your gill out of there now.
Whole bunch of gunk in there.
Yeah. Now we got to figure out
How to
separate that. It should just. I don't know why it's in there so bad. It's probably because you see all this gunk in here too.
Yeah,
it's all in there too. Work your way back this way. Yeah. The problem right now is we've got to go in at an angle. All right. You're only going to go as far as that tube in until you get to that back ear. All right. Pull it out. That ain't doing anything. Yeah, I can see it's all rusted up in there. Let's sit there for a second. Wiggle it around a bit. Yeah, just that oil work in there. And just, you can now because I put that stuff in there. Pull on it while we turn it. See? You're gonna. We just needed some PB Blaster. Yeah, it's heavy. Just set it down over here.
Probably take care of you out. We did it!
All right. Set it down over here. All right, so I'm going to gather up some tools, and we're going to come back. And before we go any further, we're going to see if we can't get that broken bolt out so I can start lining up a replacement bolt. I have a hardware store here local. They don't open till noon, but yeah, I might have to go try to find one. But I'm going to see if I can't get that out. I'll bring you back when I do. It's going to involve some locking pliers, PB Blaster, and a lot of heat. Speaking of a lot of heat, I hope I got propane. We'll figure it out. So let's see if I can get my broken torch. Every torch I've bought does this stupid thing where it won't light. I don't know why. Sometimes preheating it helps. Maybe not. There it goes. Now it'll probably go out 2 or 3 times. So what I want to do here is heat the base, not the bolt. I want to heat this base around here. Try to break up some of that rust and crud. Now I wish I had some MAP gas because it would get hotter. But all I got is propane. Make sure I keep the heat away from the ball joint. I don't want to burn that boot off of there. So everybody has their own ways of how they like to do this. What I like to do is I like to get it good and hot. And while it's hot, I'm going to spray it with some PB Blaster. That soak in a little bit. And then hit it again. I've seen on some of them older videos where they'll get it hot and then they'll hit it with a candle and the wax is supposed to seep down the threads. Kind of the same thing with spraying it with PB while it's hot. And just repeat these steps 2 or 3 times. Luckily this is a through bolt, so I'm able to get some PB on the bottom side too. And luckily, if it doesn't come out, then I have a better chance of drilling it and tapping it since it's a through bolt. Now you went ahead and sprayed everything on the other side already?
Yep.
So it's already soaking. Watch that heat. Now just clamp your locking. Oh, I didn't even think of that. That screwdriver doesn't fit through there. Oh, this is gonna suck. How can I do this? I didn't even think about that turning. Give me that other screwdriver that's over there. Does it fit through? Okay, it fits through. Nope, it's just. I'm probably bending my screwdriver. Please turn. Holy cow. Oh, I don't know if it slid or it turned. I think so. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's just sliding. I'm going to heat it some more. See, after the torch heats up, it seems to light better. Get the screwdriver out of the way so I don't melt it. That's how you know it's getting hot. I'm not holding my breath, but we'll see. Oh. It's just sliding. Is it sliding or is it turning?
Sliding. It looked like it was turning for a second.
I thought I saw it turn.
I thought I did it first.
No, it just slid. I really don't want to have to drill this. I need a hotter torch.
Don't they say you gotta get it like red hot?
Yeah. Problem is my cutting torch, all the regulators leak. I don't have any good regulators. We're still dripping brake fluid because your reservoir is still higher than that. Ah, it's turning. I think. Ah. Watch that shiny silver spot up top and see if it's sliding or turning.
Turning.
Oh, crap. Now I got to get a different bite. Oh.
It moved.
Did it?
Yes, it absolutely moved.
All right, guys, it's coming now. It's coming now.
Thank you. Have a good day. You too.
my arm's about to fall off. That's heavy. Arm's getting heavy. But that's hot. Don't want to do that. Well, there it is, guys. Somewhere. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. There's the culprit. It's out. Now, before I go back in with a new one, I'm going to run a tap through all these. And so that bolt kicked my butt. That thing was tight. It was in there. I said it might have come out a little easier if I had had a hotter torch. That little propane torch just, it'll warm things up. I've got 2 cutting torches here. 2 sets of cutting torches. One of them has brand new hoses. That set's got brand new bottles. Problem is out of all 4 regulators, they all leak. And it just hisses right through the diaphragms in the regulators. And I haven't been able to get the money together to get another set. And just mainly because I haven't had a job yet where I've really had to use them. So we're going to add that to the list of stuff that I need. If I had had that, I could have got that bracket red hot right in that corner, and that bolt might have come right out. So what we're going to do is, you guys saw us take this side apart. We're going to jump over. I'm going to take the other side apart real quick, make sure we don't break anything else before I go get a bolt, in case I need to get more than one. And then when we come back, we'll start disassembling the struts. I'll show you how to do that safely. All right, so we're back. Let me rant for 1 minute real quick. So, didn't break any more bolts, but when I cleaned up the other ones, they're looking kind of crunchy. So I was like, I'm going to go get more bolts. So the bolt that we needed is an M10 by 1.5 pitch, 45 millimeters long. I go to the hardware store and they got metric bolts galore. Only thing I could find is the M10 by 40 or by 50. They don't have the 45. No biggie. I just throw a washer or 2, whatever. So I got those, and then I got to looking. The heads are smaller on the ones that I have compared to the ones that I could buy. Like 2 sizes. I believe it's going to be like a 17. So I was worried that they wouldn't fit in the strut assembly, but they do, just barely. Hopefully we can get a socket on there. If not, we're going to be wrenching it down pretty tight. But there's my rant. So I told you, I'll show you guys about taking apart these struts. Can be dangerous. You just, do your research. You guys do this under your own risk. So she's got a spring compressor. Let me show you the deal here. This is the strut assembly. What's different in this from, normal coil spring type front ends, this is all in one, and this is what most cars have nowadays. But this is all one unit. The spring, or the shock, is inside. Let this loud, whatever it is, go by. Oh, it's a motorcycle. All right. So this is all one unit, and the way that it's built, this spring is under pressure right now. There is a single nut up here that if you take that off, that's how you get the spring off. But if you do not compress this spring, this thing will shoot off with enough force that it'll take an arm off if it catches you just right. So what we want to do is we want to put one of these spring compressors on both sides. Go ahead and just tighten that down a little bit. Why is that nut on that side? Oh, there's one on both sides. Okay. Let's go ahead and just tap it a little until it's... Okay, that'll hold it. Go ahead and get the other one straight on the other side of it. Make sure you're on the same, kind of the same lengths.
It is. was under.
Yeah, I guess you're right there. I'm worse than Cameron. I can't even hold it. You're gonna have to put that right here so that you can compress enough. There you go. Okay, go ahead and tap it a time or two just to get it snug so it's not going to fall off. Okay. So what we want to do now is I've got to figure out how to take this cap off up here so that we can get to the nut. It's behind there, and I think it just pops off. We need the water pump pliers, the red handled long ones. They're on the floor, probably one side or the other. Channel locks,
Water pump pliers?
They're called water pump pliers.
I've never heard that.
Yeah. So I'm hoping this is just like a hub cover. Yep. You just grab it and pop it off. You can see here, there's a nut on the inside, and there's also a flat here that if this starts to spin, you can hold it with that while you turn it, which is kind of hard if you've got to get a socket on there. I don't understand that whole ordeal. So now that we've got that open, you need to find a deep socket that fits that. That's going to be metric.
There we go.
There. Okay. So you can just leave that one there. So go ahead and get your gun and evenly, tap this one a little bit and this one. And we want to compress that until this cap right here gets loose. Keep your fingers out of the area there. Yeah, here, slide this whole thing out that way so you... Why is that still so tight in there? Here, hold on. We've compressed the crap out of that. Hey, that's not attached.
It's like it's not coming out of the end.
That's what it looks like. It looks like it's just compressing the shock down. Let me get a hammer. That should be.
Do we not have a wide enough?
No, we do. It's just. Yep.
Yeah, but I'll eat it anyway.
There's still a lot of tension on that.
Don't hold it. You have to put it on your hand. Set it on my hand. Thank you.
Okay, we're maxed out on our spring compressor.
I think we don't have enough rungs grabbed.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think. It's gotten looser, but it's still got tension on it. So we're going to have to back this off. Is that for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You did good. It tastes good.
So we're going to have to take this off and grab more coils to try to compress it more. Oh, it's working now.
Moving now.
You can see the coil moving. cap loose?
This part?
Yeah.
No.
Should be getting pretty close because I can see the coil's not even sitting in it anymore. Yeah, it's loose.
Yeah.
Okay. So now's the point where you don't want to stand where you're at. Anytime you're working here, kind of just stay off to the side, because if this thing comes off, you don't want it going right
Break
through
the neighbor's window.
Yeah. So get your socket that fits on here. Okay. Then hopefully it comes off and we don't have to hold it right there. Okay. Whoa. Keep going. It's spinning inside, just like I thought. Hold this real quick. Problem is it's a lock nut. I don't think this is going to work. I'm trying to hold this up as high as I can. Hey, the nut's in here.
You did it.
So that worked. Okay, now's the dangerous thing part. Because now this is a loaded cannon. Check, make sure our bearing is... Oh, there's a washer there too. Bearing still is, it's okay-ish. It could be greased again. But this is when you steer. This is where all that turns on, is this bearing that's inside here. This is mounted in the car, and this spits. Okay.
Speeder web.
I'm going to do this dangerous part.
Of course.
Now we want to slowly take these off. Hey, that's the wrong socket. See how that's why it's dangerous. That's about to slide down. Ooh, I don't like this. Oh, I can't get my socket on there anymore. Dang it. Can't get the socket on it anymore. Ooh.
Pop
Something
goes the weasel.
something just slid. Okay, that got loose. Make sure that you don't run it. Okay. Whoo, that's all the way out at the end. Oh, those aren't even loose yet, though. We had to take that all the way apart. We're going to have fun getting it. No, we're not, because we're cutting.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
We're cutting a link out, so we'll be able to get it back together. Yes, the neighbors are going to treat us to a concert.
They're just working on their cars, too.
Yeah.
Again.
Max, hush.
Maxie. There's a kitty cat. It's okay.
Okay. So what I'd really like to do is do them both at the same time. Both springs, cut both at the same time. This is all we really need to get out of there. And we want to remember that this is the top. Just file in a little shiny spot so we know that this is the top. This is the side we want to cut.
I would have just stuck a piece of tape around the end.
Yeah. See, when we cut,
What's that?
Oh, washer.
Another one?
Yeah, it was right there. Was this? Is this eccentric? Does it? Because I noticed there is a little divot right there. It is not. Okay. So this should be able to spin wherever it needs to be. Because you can see there's a little divot there where the top of that spring sits right there.
Mm-hmm.
So wherever we cut it, it's going to sit there. I was just making sure that this isn't, key.
Directional?
Yeah, directional. That's the word. Actually, it is. That little no. Nope.
That's just gunk.
Okay, that was just gunk. Cool. Okay, so now that that's out, make sure all of this rubber stuff is still on there. What we're going to do is we're just going to slide this all together in the order that it came apart. Let's see. Is it this one? Where was this? It was right here. No? All right, I don't even remember how it came apart.
I don't either. You took that part off.
Where was this washer? I thought it came out of there, but it doesn't fit in there.
I think this one came out of there.
Ah, I bet it came right there.
This one came out of the other side.
Uh-huh. Okay. It came out the bottom. So this goes on here. That goes on there. That goes on there. And it goes on there. This goes on here. And the nut. I was reading through when I was researching this, and there was one guy, he wanted that crazy radical drop. He said, I just took my springs off.
Oh, geez. That sounds terrifying.
Felt like a 5 or 6 inch drop. See, that
I bet
is
that's
where
a
he rides.
rough ride.
Yeah, he said it rides like crap. Well, he didn't say crap. He said the other word. So,
It rides like your car.
yeah.
I don't want it to ride that rough.
Okay. So,
I like the idea of lowering it, just not that rough.
okay.
Why don't we just move this whole table over there, since it's that side of the car, and do the other one on the other table?
Yeah, we could do that.
And then we don't get them mixed up.
All right. So, all the research that I've done to find out is I've never cut springs to lower a car before. In my days, we just took them out and ran it lowrider. But from everything that I've been reading, they say that figure out your drop and then cut it in half. So we want to do a 2-inch drop. They said then you cut 1 inch of your coils out. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have
1 inch this way or 1
no,
inch
this way. So we're going to probably end up cutting a coil and a quarter out, maybe. So let me grab a tape measure. What we're going to do. A lot of times you'll hear people say, I'll just cut 1 coil out or coil and a half, 2 coils. So with that sitting flat, we're sitting at 16 and a half to the 16. I can't see it straight on. 5/8, 9/16. I can't. Get it turned around this way so I can hold it with the right hand. Dang, cheap tape measure. Okay, we're sitting at, it's 16 and a half. So we want to go to 15 and a half. So what I'm measuring is the top of the coil. To the top of the coil from here, 16 and a half. So if we come around until we get to 15 and a half, it's going to be about a coil and a half. So we're going to cut out of this. I need you to hold that straight, please. Make sure that ends on the ground.
I'm just holding. I don't know what I'm.
That is actually a little bit more than a coil and a half. It's right there. So now we just got to do the same thing here. See, this one's a little bit different. This one's a little taller. This one's sitting at 16 and 3/4. We're just going to go ahead and cut them both at 15 and a half. Right there. Okay. All right. What do you cut these with?
A metal saw.
A metal saw. Where's my mark? There it is.
The spinny one.
Why does that look like so much? No, that's right. Okay.
The
You
one.
can use a cutoff wheel. That's what we're going to
that's
use.
what I'm thinking of.
Or like a bandsaw or something like that. What you don't want to use is a cutting torch.
I could not remember for the life of me what it's called.
Why don't you want to use a cutting torch?
Because the spring's under pressure. It'll go pop.
No.
Or it'll
It's-
compress it more.
No.
No?
Spring. You said it right there. It's spring still. So it's got a natural bounce to it. If you
It'll
heat
mess
it
it
up, you take that temper out of it, and then it just turns into soft metal. It'll collapse and then never bend back. You won't have the spring anymore. Is that what they call temper? The temper? You'll temper? I don't know.
See, we both can't think of words.
Something like that. But anyways,
Words.
if you use a torch, you will take the spring out of the steel, and then you just turn it into a metal rod. And as soon as you compress it, once the car hits a bump, it'll never come back up.
Yeah, no, I assumed this whole time we were cutting it with a.
Yep,
Z
we're going to
thingy.
use a cutoff wheel. I don't know what the neighbor's listening to over there, but it sounds like the guy's stuttering. It's like Spanish hip hop. I don't know.
It sounds like he's just going da 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 da. Ooh. Do I get to try?
I mean, if you want to, you can. You want me to show you how to do the first one?
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, I'll go for it. I just don't think you'd approve.
The hard part's going to be these are so close, so you don't want to cut that one, so it's okay if you nick this one. I should have probably done that to where I'm not throwing the sparks in the house.
Maybe not almost burn my car down. Again.
Okay, there's one. I don't remember which side this was for, but it doesn't matter. We're cutting them both the same.
I think it's that side.
You want to do this one, or you want me to just knock it out?
I'll try.
Okay.
Like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's heavier than
And remember, don't let it come over here and get in this one. It's okay if you cut the one closest to you.
I'm scared.
It's going to torque when you turn it on. And it's going to throw a spark right into your belly. There you go. You weren't even cutting the right one. Oh, a little more. There you go. You did it. You just ended up with more pieces than I did.
I did it. I was really scared to hit that other one.
Now we just got to hope that it's right.
Buzzing.
Yeah. All right, here, let me see. Careful, those are going to be hot.
I know, that's why I didn't pick them up yet.
Man, I hope you guys can't hear that music in the background.
It's fantastic.
I don't want YouTube to get mad and mute my whole video because he's listening to Spanish R&B and hip hop.
Oh,
I know that song. You know that song? It's Vampire. Olivia
that
Rodrigo.
is Vampire in Spanish.
Yes.
Don't tell Allie it's her favorite song. Now you gotta take all that stuff off the end.
Yep.
That you put on there.
So we're gonna take this off. And before we start putting this together, let me go clean up this cap.
That's pretty nasty.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clean up this bearing and shoot some more grease back in it. This one actually, no, this one's good.
Ooh. What about this piece? Because it's kind of gross.
I mean, it's fine. It's unless you just want it to look better. It's back behind your tire and nobody's going to see it.
Okay, I don't care.
This, I'm not going to touch this one. This bearing's really good. There's the other one that was kind of tight.
Yeah, add more grease or nothing?
No, this one, it's overflowing with grease. So go ahead.
Goes in here.
And there's a notch where it sits.
There is?
Yeah, right there. Which doesn't really matter too much right now. It's once we get it here. Before we do that, is that still hot? No. Hold it right there. I'm hoping we don't have to compress. Oh, we're going to have to compress a lot.
Yep.
So
I'll put these things back on.
Go ahead and get your...
And squish it.
Yep.
Thingy's over there.
Okay.
Oh, what the
You just shouldn't have to come. Did you get a metal splinter?
There's
a sharp edge?
something, there's sharp stuff on that.
Yeah. It's because all those times where you're hitting it, it was just going... You're rounding it over.
Hey, a ladybug.
How do you know it's a lady?
That's okay. Just because I'm a ladybug automatically assumes I'm a girl. Hi, cutie. It's a good sign.
It did. We can rotate it once we get it all put together when we start taking it apart.
Go down some.
Yeah, that would be better.
We're not like straight across at all.
Oh, we're not. Really? Let's rotate that. Here, slide it out here so that... Yeah.
Ladybug's still hanging on.
Okay. Don't get your fingers in there.
Come here, ladybug. Go away.
Okay, let's see if that's enough. So this goes. That cap's already on there. See, and there's a notch here where that sits too. And then this goes on here. And this goes on here. We might have to compress.
There's another washer.
Yeah, it goes on top.
Oh.
Is that all the way out? I gotta compress some more. it's still not enough. It's like it's pushing the strut in. Yeah. Now there's enough. Use your fingers. Change that.
The other.
Yeah, change that out.
Getting warm out here.
Yeah, that's why I took my coat off a long time ago. Now is where, yep, we're lined up, and we're lined up in the grooves. Okay. Make sure our spring.
Does it matter what orientation that is?
This spins. It's supposed to spin. I got the nut too tight. See?
Okay.
All right. So now we just this. Get it all the way to the end.
It's off.
Okay. Okay.
Woohoo!
And cap. All right. Theoretically, if we did it right, this should be a 2-inch drop.
It's still heavy, so.
Yeah. What we'll do before we go back in, I'm going to take this over to the wire wheel and clean this up so it slides back in that deal better. So when we were trying to get this out, there's rust and stuff all in here. This slides into a little pocket, and that's what was holding us up. So I'm going to hit it with the wire wheel, clean it up. Anytime you use the wire wheel, make sure you got your safety glasses on. Okay.
Have you checked in oil?
No. Crap. Oh no. That's somebody else. Let me check. Thank you, Amanda. 5 new messages. Hello, is this still available? It said I had 5 messages there, and there's just the one. Okay. Nothing yet from them. I've got somebody that's supposed to come look at the soda machine. So, all right. Where are we at now? Let's take a break. Let's clean our hands off, take a little break.
Probably charge it.
Yeah, we need to charge up let the batteries charge up. I know this one's decent. Let me put it back on charge. Let's take about a 20-minute break here and let stuff charge. All right, so let's get to it. I've already gone through, and you remember where the bolt broke off down there? I went ahead and tapped all 3 of those, ran a tap in and out, all 3 of those holes so that hopefully the bolts go in easier.
Also already did the other side.
Yeah, we already did the other side, so we had an idea of how it was going to go. Just getting everything started was a little rough, but then after that, it's not too bad. So she's going to attempt to do it this time.
Mm-hmm. For a minute.
This one, I think we're going to do a little different than we did the other side. We're going to go ahead and start the 3 bolts up front. Like I was saying, we're going to go ahead and start this up in the car. Kind of need an idea of, so that's got to go this way. He's got to go that way. It'll hold it while we try to line up those bolts. On the other side, we did the bottom bolts first, and it was a bear because after you get the spindle, rotor, and everything attached to this, it gets pretty heavy. I can't see anything I'm doing here. I'm just holding. You tell me what you need.
Up.
I'm pushing up.
Where's the bolts? I can't tell.
I can't.
Other side.
Oh, we were way off.
There we go.
There. So she's going to get those started up there. We don't want to tighten them yet because we still want to be able to move it down here.
Just maybe hold some of the weight.
Yeah.
And we're on.
All right. Grab that bag of bolts.
Jack.
So these are the new bolts that I got. Like I was mentioning before, the bolts that came out of there were 45 mil long. Hardware store didn't have 45 mil. They had 40 and they had 50. The 40 didn't have a shoulder. The 50 does. Problem is the shoulder on here is about 4 or 5 mil longer. I don't think it's really going to affect, because you remember when I broke that bolt, there was a lot of threads still sticking up. In fact, more than half of those threads will stick up out of there. But just to be on the safe side, we're going to throw a lock washer on each one to take up some of that thickness. And we're still going to put the locking plates. These locking plates go on, this little curve sits against the tube.
Okay.
That's what keeps them from spinning. And then once you get the bolt tight, you bend these tabs up tight against the bolt and it keeps the bolt from spinning out. So with those two there, that'll take up that extra thickness, but I'm not even worried about it because there's enough room there for the threads to stick out anyway. You should have seen, I was sitting there forever staring at these at the Ace. And I don't know if your guys' Ace is like ours. People there are very friendly. Sometimes overly friendly. They really want to help you. And it's awesome sometimes. But when I'm sitting over there trying to figure out the difference of like 3 millimeters in a metric bolt, I don't, nothing against anybody, but I don't need little high schooler Kyle coming over.
Kyle.
Trying to, can I help you find anything? Yeah, bud, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. So I'm fine. But they're really nice. I like them.
They have good customer service.
Yeah. Well, thanks to magic of my camera, we didn't get any of that of her putting this thing back together. But it's back together. It's pretty much the same as when we took it apart. This one actually went together, not too bad. There was a few choice words that I was going to have to edit out also.
How the heck do you get in there?
Yeah, that one's kind of hard. Right now, she's bending over the little metal tabs that lock the nuts into place. And one of them is dang near impossible to get to. So yeah, we pretty much got this put back together. We're going to go ahead and after she gets done with this, I got to hook up the brake line, put the sway bar, and put the wheels and tires on. Well, we got to bleed brakes first. You guys have seen us do all that stuff before, so we're not going to bore you with that. But we'll bring you back for the reveal when we set it down on the ground.
Just making sure my lugs are tight.
Now, when we do this, we're probably going to have to roll the car a little bit.
Yeah, let it
and
settle.
It might actually, after we drive it a little bit, it might actually settle some more.
Yeah, I can't ever pop those things back on.
Okay. So remember, before what did I say before? Like 27, almost 3/4, 27 3/4.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, go.
That's wheel up. So it's a lot softer.
I can't tell if it's lower.
It actually doesn't look a bit lower. It doesn't at all. Let me back out because I measured out here. Oy. Dang it. My one foot's not strong enough. Still think we should have probably cut another half coil out.
She's lower.
Is she?
I think so.
How do you think so?
It doesn't look like it's taking off into space anymore.
Well, it's not as low as I wanted it.
Well, no, but
It's still sitting up high.
she's lower. I think you said it was like 2.5 inches higher than the back.
Next weekend, we get to pull it all back apart.
Do it again.
We lowered it 1/2 inch. That sucks. We're at 27 1/4.
Well, now we know how to do it.
$27 1/4.
So we cut off 1.5 inches.
Inch and a half. We cut off 1 inch.
1 inch.
1 inch.
And we went down 1/4 inch.
We need to go another. The problem is up there, those coils were closer together.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I should have just went around a full 2 coils because we cut 1.5 coils off.
She does look lower a little bit. At least when you look at her this way.
I bet all we really accomplished right now was softened up the ride.
The angle's different. She's not.
That's 25 1/2. That is 27 1/4. So we're still 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 1 3/4 too tall. We lowered it 1/4 inch.
Untangle it?
Did you just pop yourself in the head?
I've been trying to make it break.
Well, we tried.
Well, we know we can go further, though.
We can.
It's not like it's just a, well, now what?
It's better to go not cut enough than cut too much.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just at the point of how much more do I cut? Because like I said, those coils were closer together. See, here's the stack. You can see this is even, by the time you get out here, this coil is about that wide. But up here, it's closer. So I should have just brought that on around and did Let's see, that's half one. That's 1 3/4 coil. I probably should have came around and did like 2 1/4. We'll just pull it back apart next weekend and see. We'll see.
Hi, Allie.
Well, that's that.
At least we did it before the rain hit.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. This time we kind of lost a little bit, but we've got an idea of how to do it. And I'm going to think about it a little bit and see if maybe we don't have to disassemble it that much next time. I think next time we leave the whole bottom portion on, lower the sway bar and those top bolts and let the strut swing out.
And then just do it that way.
Put the compressors on it there, pull the top off, pull the spring out, cut what we need, put it back together.
So we're not taking apart the bottom hard part.
Yeah. So I don't know. We're going to, I mean, I can't see anything. She says it looks lower.
It looks like it's a different, like this is a different angle.
Yeah. I wanted this fender to be at tire. I wanted that fender to be at the tire right there. Maybe a little bit above like that one. Mostly just to level it out.
We're getting there.
But we know what to do next week. And next week, next time we do it, the bolts aren't going to be hard because we just put them in. So, but
we have a longer weekend.
Yeah. It's supposed to get cold next weekend too. I got to get firewood before. Yep. I got to get firewood before next weekend. They're talking Monday, Tuesday is going to be in the 30s with possible ice.
I've seen more people talking about on the 1st maybe an ice storm.
Yeah. But speaking of storms, I think we finished just in time. So you guys can see behind me, we've got rain coming in.
It's thundering.
It's thundering back there. We've got most of our stuff cleaned up. I'm going to get the old stink bug pulled up here and her car pulled up and my work truck out of the road. I'm going to go and take a quick shower, I think. Yeah. Clean up and then go eat some beef stew. I am starving. Little bummed. I'm a little bummed. I just saw lightning. But oh well.
I'm not. I think we made progress.
Oh. We'll try again. And we'll see.
It's a buggy project that didn't hardly cost us anything.
Yeah. It does.
$16?
Yeah. I spent $16 on new bolts. That's all we've got into this. We lowered it a half an inch, quarter inch.
It's not bad.
But
considering how much yours costs to lower.
Yeah. We're a couple $100 into mine right now. So, all right. Well, I guess that's it for this week. We'll try again next week. We won't bore you with all the big taking it apart and all that. We'll just see what happens.
Try a different method.
Yeah, we'll try a different method and get it done. So, all right. Well, sorry it didn't turn out the way I thought it was, but yeah, oh well.
I think it was good. I'm good. I'm happy.
All right. Well, she's happy.
Maybe next week I'll be able to do more because everything won't be as tight.
Yeah. Who's that? Allie.
Allie O'Malley.
All right. I'm going to shut this off and get this stuff cleaned up, and we're going to get inside. So, again, thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked, please comment. Like and comment. I don't care if you just say hi, bye, hey, you're a dummy. Like and comment, you know. That's how YouTube judges what to do with your videos.
Allie, what should people comment on our video?
What should somebody comment on our video? What should they comment?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Comment. Allie's a silly goose.
Allie's a silly goose. But yeah, if you guys would, please just like and comment if you watch it. I don't care if you watch it for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or you watch the whole thing. That'd be awesome if you guys did. If you don't, hey, I still appreciate you guys for watching. Check us out on Facebook, TikTok at No Clue Garage 580. And with that,
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's this week, so our next video will come out after Thanksgiving. So Alrighty. Well, till next time, we will see you guys.
Bye. Say bye.
K-pop Demon Hunters. Ali says, if you will, comment K-pop Demon Hunters. All right, guys.
You're not obsessed at all.